Belynia and the secret of the Mologo fountain. One breezy day in Edinburgh, an odd figure strolled lazily through the Prince's Street gardens. It wasn't a dog, it wasn't a cat. It was a chubby capybara with reddish-brown fur, gentle eyes, and a tiny straw hat dancing in the wind. Her name was Belynia, and she came all the way from South America with a purpose few could ever guess. Walking beside her was Barbara, a little girl with long, curly black hair, warm olive skin, and deep eyes like olives. She wore a flowery dress, just like the girls back home in Belynia, a faraway town in southern Brazil. Barbara was brave. Well, until she saw a spider, or a snake, or any creepy crawly thing. But when Belynia came close and gave her a soft lick like a gentle puppy, the fear faded. And courage? Courage began to take root. In the middle of the gardens, surrounded by tourists, leaves, and memories, stood the Ross Fountain. An old man selling cotton candy once told them, "Under this fountain, hidden deep below, lies a magical root called Mologo. Whoever finds it is never afraid again, not of people, not of the dark, not even of failure." Barbara and Belynia looked at each other for a moment. They didn't say a word. But in their silence, one thought echoed, "We have to find it." Night fell quickly. With a small flashlight and a lot of courage, the two snuck behind the fountain, where Belynia had sniffed something strange. A stone circle suddenly shifted, revealing an old metal hatch. Barbara shivered. Are you sure?" she whispered. Belynia gave a soft, reassuring growl. They went down. In the tunnel beneath the fountain, the shadows seemed alive. Tiny eyes sparkled on the walls. Spiders. Spiders everywhere. Barbara froze. Tears welled up in the corners of her eyes. Belynia stepped close, gently nudged her hand, and gave it a comforting lick. Her eyes seemed to say, "You're not alone." And Barbara moved forward. Small steps, but real ones. At the end of the tunnel, a stone door blocked their path. On it, in ancient letters, was written, "Only those who feel fear but move forward anyway may pass." Barbara raised her trembling hand and touched the door. She was shaking. But she took the step. The door creaked open on its own, and a sweet scent of ancient flowers filled the air.
In the center of a quiet room, a strange plant grew. Its roots were thick and twisted, and its leaves glowed gently like green stars. It was Mologo. Barbara stepped closer. She didn't need to pull it out, just to touch it. As her fingers met the root, something shifted inside her. The fear didn't vanish, but in the empty space in her chest, something new had bloomed. The belief that she could face anything. With hearts pounding, Barbara and Belynia made their way back through the tunnel. The spiders were still there. The darkness was still deep, but something had changed. Barbara wasn't shaking anymore. She was smiling. When they emerged from the fountain, the sky above was full of stars. "We did it," she whispered. And Belynia gave a happy grunt and shook her little hat. The next day, nobody believed them. A root that makes you fearless? Ha! But Barbara didn't feel like arguing. She knew something inside her had changed. She stood taller, spoke clearer, and didn't jump at every rustling leaf. Belynia walked beside her, eyes shining with pride. Barbara had learned that fears don't always go away, but with someone you love by your side, a sweet capybara, a whispered prayer, a ray of sunlight, you can move forward, even with fear tucked in your pocket. Sometimes courage isn't a roar. It's a small step, taken in silence. Some say the Mologo root is gone. Others believe it only appears to children with pure hearts. But if one day you find yourself at the Ross Fountain and you see a little girl in a flowery dress and a chubby capybara in a straw hat, stop and watch. It might just be the beginning of another story. One filled with courage, wonder, and true friendship.